Roses are red, violets are blue. I made these fortune cookies just for you. Hi, I'm Astrid from the Sweet Rebellion, and today we're going to be making Valentine's Day fortune cookies. For this recipe, making the batter is really easy, but shaping the fortune cookies is a little bit tricky. You need to shape the cookies while they're still warm and once they've been baked for just the right amount of time. If they're underbaked, the cookies will tear, and if they're overbaked, they'll be brittle and will snap. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. For this recipe, you will need 2 large egg whites, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, half a teaspoon of almond extract, 2 teaspoons of water, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, 100 grams of flour, 100 grams of caster sugar, 100 grams of white chocolate, some colorful sprinkles, and some pink food coloring. And of course, don't forget your little notes that will go inside your fortune cookies. Before we start baking, you'll need to have your notes ready. Because it's Valentine's Day, all these notes are about love. But you could make these cookies for any occasion and just write your own notes. This is a really easy batter to make. You don't even need an electric mixer. So we're going to start by combining all of our wet ingredients. That's the butter, egg whites, water, and almond extract. Then mix in our caster sugar and lastly sift in the flour and corn flour. Then we're just going to mix everything together by hand until smooth, and then it's ready to bake. As you can see, it's a really easy batter to make. Once you're done, you'll notice that the consistency is a bit like sticky pancake batter. Because we need to shape our cookies while they're warm, it's best to only make 2 or maximum 3 at a time. Otherwise, they'll cool down and be too brittle to work with. You want your circles to be about 8 to 10 centimeters in diameter, so you can either trace around a mug, or what I'm going to use today is a ramekin. I've greased my baking sheet so that the paper will stay stuck down when we're spreading our batter. And I'm also going to flip my paper over so that the pen doesn't come into contact with our cookies. You want your batter to be as thin and as even as possible, so you'll need about 2 teaspoons of batter per cookie. Before you bake your cookies, make sure that you've got everything you need to shape them, as you'll need to work quickly when they come out of the oven. To shape your cookies, you'll need your notes, a drinking glass, a muffin tray, a clean tea towel, and an offset spatula. We're going to bake our fortune cookies at 180 degrees for about 7 minutes. When the edges of your cookies start to turn golden, you'll need to take them out of the oven. When our cookies come out of the oven, we're going to cover one of them with a clean tea towel to keep it warm. Then we're going to flip the other cookie over, place our note onto one half, gently fold it closed, and press it down on the edge of our drinking glass to create that shape. Then we're going to put it into the muffin tin and allow it to cool there so that it holds its shape. You'll notice that it gets easier after your first batch of cookies, and that's because your tray is warm, so it's easier to spread the batter nice and evenly. It may take a few tries to figure out exactly how long you need to bake your cookies. That's because it depends on the size of your cookie and also how thickly you've spread your batter. The cookies are really hot when they come out of the oven, but you'll get used to handling them after a few tries. Now that our fortune cookies have cooled and are holding their shape, they're ready to dip and decorate. I'm using baking chocolate today because it's much easier to work with. Regular chocolate tastes better, but you'd need to temper it first. You can either melt your chocolate in a double boiler, or in the microwave at 30-second intervals. So I've melted my chocolate in the microwave and I'm now going to color half of it with some pink food coloring. Now when you're coloring chocolate, you need to use powder coloring. If you use regular food coloring, it contains a lot of water, so it will cause your chocolate to seize. So powdered food coloring is the way to go. So today I'm decorating everything with pinks and reds because of Valentine's Day, but you could decorate your fortune cookies according to your theme. And there you have it, my super personalized Valentine's Day fortune cookies. If you make these at home, please share a pic and tag me on social media. In the spirit of love, share this video with your Valentine.